Safe. So, welcome travellers to the Sunshine Coast. Today we will explore feathers, scales, scary and awe of this wondrous coastland. Travel with me from Coolum Beach, past Noosa, to the ferry, onto the ferry and four-wheel drive on the Cooloola National Park's pristine beaches to arrive at the awe of Double Island Point. Around towns, we have many of the feathered varieties. We have jellyfish. We have the rainbow lorikeet. We have the blue-faced honeyeaters. We have the olive-backed orioles, if you can see him there, and the pale-headed rosella. While further out, we have the predators, like the whistling kite and the Brahminy kite. But you have to watch out for the dangerous wood swallows and the rainbow bee-eaters. Very scary. Then we have the scaly critters. Oh, sorry, we've got the fryer bird and his friend, the kookaburra. And the dancing brush turkey. So here we have the gecko, who is smaller than the nut, and the gecko with two tails. Ooh. Then we get to the bigger lizards, like the lace monitor, who climbs up the tree to catch his snack for dinner. And the beautiful carpet python, who warms herself in the sun.
Don't be pulling out a snake.
And this carpet python was in my roof.
Oh,
which got longer and longer.
Look at how long it is.
you must have a big roof.
So who do we have next? Oh, by the way, the head's over here and the tail is way down there. So, yeah. So on your way to the Noosa coastline, you may stay at one of the many types of accommodations, but do not be prepared if creatures creep into your room and when you switch the light on, they are there, staring down at you. Like the awning frog, who sits there all day long. And as I've recently found out, this is a pink-tongued skink. This skink runs up and down walls and lives in my roof. And we have, oh look at that, a peking gecko! And he lives in our bathroom, and there's the frog fresh out of the toilet. And now we go back outside to see more of the local wildlife. But be very careful of the toxic cane toad. And now that we've done the moody ones, we have the colourful and the oh so scary. And the scariest of all is the lady beetle. And the sap-sucking blue beetle. And why is it a sap-sucking blue beetle? Because it sucks the suckers. Sucks the suck out of the flower. And then we have the disappearing praying mantis. And why does it disappear? Who can see it on this tree? So, then we have the rhinoceros beetle, which is as strong as 10 men, and the spider-eating crab. The cicada-eating crab, and the St. Christopher's cross spider. And then we have the giant orb spider, spectacular and as big as a person's head. And this is literally, this one was as big as my head. With beautiful purple legs and spectacular. But I thought it wasn't quite as spectacular as the blue-green bee. This is an amazing bee, smaller than an average bee, larger than an average bee, smaller than a bumblebee, but it buzzed very loudly and it loves tourists. But when you go on your nature walks, please be careful of the plants because they can be extremely prickly, and once they've got you, they will not let you go. And now, everybody onto the ferry and across the great Noosa River and onto the pristine beaches of Cooloola National Park. Be careful of the traffic because it can get extremely busy. But the rules on the beaches are the same as any road that you're going to find in Australia. So from North Shore, you can drive along the beach all the way to get to where the ferry is to go over to the Fraser Island. And this can get extremely busy. Then you've got the camping. And when king tides come, they try to dam it up, and it still does not work. Well, it's a good example of prepare and plan and plan and prepare. Although these ones we suspected were trying to avoid the police with a bit of drunk driving. Not a good idea.
Oh, God.
That was after a month. That was just mainly the waves, just destroying it. Please do not. Oh yeah. All right, and for the last little beasties, we have giants, monsters of sea and land.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, and when you see this is extremely scary because these are sea serpents. If they bite you, they are very deadly.
Ooh.
And please do remember not to feed the wildlife because they will remember you. And here we come to Double Island Point, where we can all say, oh. This is the tip where, if looking from the water, you will see two islands, but it's actually just one point of land. And these are the turtles and the beautiful dolphins that play in the surf. And a salute to the giants of the sea. Oh, where are they? No, that's better. You got your mama and your car. Okay. And so the end of the day is near and it's time to go home. So you've got to wash your car and drive that moonlit road home. Thank you for taking me on this tour, for it really grounds me once again and helps me appreciate the unique and fascinating coast that this is. If we just look. We have seen feathers, scales, scary and awe. Maybe tonight you will have your own eating gecko to say goodnight to you tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.